Hi guys. Forgot. I was recording last night and I forgot to unmute my mic. I was doing some B-roll recording and I forgot to unmute my mic. Hi, how we doing? My fault. My bad. My bad. What's good, Sal, Lil King, Reflex, Verdicts, Aviv, Virtue, Bop. Hi. I think our audio's fixed now. My fault. My fault. Let's clear this out. Man, bloom gourds are so cheap now. Okay, I think we just have 2 fully grown right now, which isn't too bad. Let me go ahead and grab some dead plants because we'll need those. Start off with this guy. We're gonna put on the primordial because you can actually cocoon these guys, which is pretty epic. But we're just gonna clear them out. But how's everybody's days going so far? Diana today, that is the plan. We do kind of have 2 things that I need to get done though. So, turns out you can't give the mayor a rose, which is really awkward for me because I need that talisman. But I need him to show up on my garden. So, I'm planning on doing a lot of farming off stream. I already did quite a bit last night. Let's see if we can do this. Maybe. That's a little less than ideal. I'm just going to plant these in case I accidentally... You know what? Let's just smack this guy, break this. We'll just get these going too. But yeah, so we got to get him to show up. So I've been doing a lot of farming off stream trying to get Mayor Aatrox to appear, but you can give Seraphine, Vincent, Brew, Elia Rose. Got Aatrox already. Nice. Yeah, I've gotten all those other ones. Like, I just needed the mayor. But oh, you can give them a rose so you have a higher chance of getting Aatrox because they can't show up twice. Got you. Boom. I suppose that would be an option, but I don't know. I kind of need the XP from them as well to level Rose Dragon is the thing. So it's kind of, even if we do get the wrong legendaries, it's still good because legendaries give a lot of XP. Let's do that, and then where's this guy going? Hi there, fella. Where do you think you're running off to? I don't know if we're getting a bestiary off of these today, which kind of sucks. It would be nice to get another bestiary level, but it's getting to the point where it's kind of pricey. But let's see. How are we doing on garden bestiaries? We have almost halfway done on these. Gonna take a while still, but time stock clones also doing good. Thing is, these flesh traps like last forever. These guys been here 10 days, man. I'm curious if they're gonna disappear soon, but like they've been here 10 days, which is just crazy. And then these guys will be done in an hour and we can grab those. So remind me at 11:30 on my clock up here, we need to go grab those. Let's check any lone lilies. I got 2 lone lilies yesterday, like back-to-back spawns was pretty epic. Not the same fate today, unfortunately, but oh well. Using Sunny Bat person armor while claiming visitors? I am, yes. Let's grab this. Boom. Beautiful. And then I guess we're good. I suppose we are chilling. Let's take the rest of this. Leave that on. And throw it in here. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop these. So we're gonna need our Dayblade, this guy. I still have the rose, but yeah, it's just annoying that we can't use it. Spade. Alright, I think we're set. I think player elections might come back next door. I would think so. I would presume that they would keep that, but it might be different, you know, like they maybe don't take 7 people every time. Maybe it's a lower number, or maybe it's a higher number. Maybe there's less elections, maybe there's more, who knows. Boom. Alright, stonks. This bozo showed up. So, yeah, we're good. Yoink. Purple candy, gee, thanks. Alright. Let's send it. Swap to Griffin. So, again, I've been farming a lot of Netherwort off stream, and that is kind of for XP, kind of for visitors, and kind of for these guys. So this is how many we need. We need this stack, and then all of these need to be full stacks to have all 3,000 that we need. It's pain. Aura's text, she said the ministers didn't see her vision or something, so maybe that may have something to do with whether or not they return. Maybe next time you can't remove her perks, I would think. Something like that, because a lot of us did seem to remove her perks. Boom, boom. Let's see, what do we got? Alright, here we go. Let's see how things... About to say, wait a minute. Mythological ritual isn't active. What you yapping about right now? Hold up. Best equipment to use for Diana? I like what I have right now, personally. I mean, technically, you could swap these out for the Mythos equipment and have Bloodshot on the belt, and it'd be the same. But I have Bloodshot on the Primordial, and I don't really care to buy another Cornea. They're a little expensive. So I'm just using that. But yeah, Rift Necklace, Golden Fleece, and then 2 pieces of Mythos gear for the belt and gloves. And make sure the belt has the Bloodshot Reforge is ideal. Yo, what's good, Lurks? Where are you at on the leaderboard right now? So we are currently 63rd. So hoping today we can make a little bit of a dent. Probably not. We just need Aatrox to show up, really. So I'm just going to be checking visitors every hour, seeing if Mayor Aatrox will pop up. But if not, then we're not really going to be getting any XP today, most likely. I mean, I need 500 Harpies still. Doubt that's going to happen. Doubt it's going to happen. But we'll see what happens. Why would you use Bat Person when claiming visitors? So since it has like the tripled stats at night, you can put the Farming Wisdom Reforge on there from Sunflower and be able to get a ton of Farming Wisdom to level up the Rose Dragon. Yo, what's good, Zag? Kind of got burnt out of SkyBlock. Fair enough, fair enough. Make a chill duo party? Maybe. We'll see how I handle my first king today. I think I'll be good, though. Sometimes they're a pain, but usually it's all good. For me, if I make a party, it's pretty much only to help with kings, like help you kill kings, and then you help kill my kings, because I just like to not have to worry about loot sharing all the Inquisitors and stuff. Why not wait until they fix 40? Excuse me. Until they fix 40 drop rates? Because, I mean, honestly, I have nothing else to spend money on. Straight up. Straight up. That's the only thing I have left to spend money on. Actually, there's one more thing. Forgot. 1, 2. Let's do that real quick before I forgot. Boom. 1, 2. Alright, Rose Dragon's level 122. Very nice, very nice. Hope next time has a bit less drama. Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe they won't allow you to pick like the negative perks or something. Who knows? Maybe giving the bribe perks some positives so they're not as bad. I mean, I don't know. The whole point of the bribe perks, like the person who chooses the bribe perks gets the positive perks. It does make for a little bit of drama. But maybe they'll, yeah, I mean, having the bribe perks be not as bad. I think most of them weren't too bad. It was just like the check-in one that was not really bad. Yeah, 30s wasn't too bad. That's true. That is true. Let's go to Arn. Just start an Iron Man profile. What do you think I should do first? I mean, getting into farming is probably the starter moneymaker for Iron Man, I would say. So pushing for that. Why do people hate when you candy a pet? Because they're weird. You can still see on like APIs when it has candy on it, and some people think it looks ugly. Personally, I don't mind that much, but it is better for money to just wait and level up with Caduceus Feeder now. We do still have the 30% skill XP, that's true. I don't know, like, I didn't think any other perks stuck around from Aura though. But yeah, we don't know how, like, what from Aura is sticking around. Like, they said something from Aura would stick around, but I haven't noticed anything personally. How to get Voter Talisman? Voter Talisman is from the current mayor showing up on your garden. So you have to get Mayor Aatrox to appear on your garden. So that's what we're kind of trying to do today. I'm going to be checking garden every hour, hoping that we get some, but we'll see. How'd you find dungeon parties other than Party Finder? There's some Discords you can use to look, but I mean, you know, asking around Twitch and YouTube chats as well is an option, but you just got to be careful. You know, it's best to get people that you know from other games if you can to start playing, but yeah, it's rough. You gotta find somebody who you can trust. That's the hard part. How did you make money early game? For me, when I started off, mining was a lot easier to get into. Now it's a little bit tougher as far as gear, because like Gemstone Gauntlet has requirements, and it's also not as good as it used to be. So it's a little tougher to get into mining now, but back when I started my profile, mining was the meta to go into immediately. So I did that, and I started doing nucleus runs, and on my 17th nucleus run, I dropped a Devon's Alloy. And that straight up tripled my net worth. So I just used that to get a pretty decent mining setup right away. I sold the alloy and bought like a Sorrow set and a 655 drill, and just instantly was able to make money from mining. So it was pretty crazy, the turn of events that I was able to make happen. I was very blessed, I must say. Yo, thank you, Pip. Appreciate it, bro. Best armor for starting on Iron Man? Like for combat or for what? Yoink. It'll probably drop with all the custom perks. That would make sense, yeah. That'll be state or as custom perk, most likely. That's what they'll do. I think that was the whole reason they're adding stuff. They're adding something from Aura to keep anyways. What do you think the meta is now for early game money making? Definitely hunting. You can straight up make over 10 million coins an hour in your first like 2 hours of gameplay. Like you just immediately rush foraging and unlock the hunting skill on Galatia, and then you just make bank that way. What do you think they'll add for the perm aura thing? I'm not 100% sure, but it'd be cool if they added something that's like a bit of a RNG meter boost, or they just let you keep the 50 magic finds that she had. But I expect it'll be like one of her perks that sticks around, most likely. But we'll just have to see what they choose. It'll probably be either RNG meter, magic find, or the XP boost. Hopefully it's like the XP boost sticks around for dungeons, because that would be huge. If they just keep that permanently for dungeons, that would be actually huge. Yeah, Runeblade's Talisman grinding, that's true. Yeah, they might not, like, I don't expect it to be, you know, like 50% skill XP for everything, Dungeon Slayer skills. You know, I don't expect them to keep all that. But yeah, they might keep it for those with a lower number, or they just keep it for dungeons only. Because I feel like the XP boost for dungeons really wasn't a bad thing at all. Like dungeons, class average 50 takes so long to get already, and just making it go by quicker is just not a bad idea at all. I think that would be totally fine. Expecting alpha this week, not gonna lie. Yeah, I saw last night there was 1 out of 0 on alpha. So they're testing something on alpha. I expect it was probably just making sure that when Aura goes out of office that the minister things will work and the mayor stuff will work again. But I don't know. Having Aatrox not be able to grab with a rose kind of sucks, honestly. They really should make it so he can be like the current mayor can be grabbed. It's kind of annoying. But I have not got the mayor visitor yet. No, we're gonna be going for that today, so I'm gonna be checking in every hour to see how our visitors are doing. Is the plan. Want to pick what reforgers I want on my stuff in alpha? Yeah, they need to, like, honestly just give us creative mode in alpha. Give you access to every reforged stone and every enchant and all that stuff. Just make like bizarre filled with 1,000,000 of every item at 1 coin. Like, that would be the best way to do it, I feel like. So you can just use Hex and just get everything you could ever want in a specific way, if you want it in a specific way. Recommend combat armor. For starting out, I mean, Ender armor, of course, is like the very start. And then after that, you kind of graduate to dragon gear. And that's either by doing your own summoning eyes or just frag running in dungeons is generally the strats. Bam, bam. But yeah, for the creator choice perks, all that stuff will be coming out at some point. They haven't set a date for it, but hopefully before the end of February, I would think. Should be able to use Bazaar and trade with people when your profile is Iron Man, I feel like. Yeah, that would be good for Iron Man as well. True. I mean, honestly, if they just gave everyone a default profile, I don't know. Just make it so you can instantly transfer your profile on Alpha off of Iron Man. How are we doing on Harpies, by the way? In total, I mean, my goal for today is like 2.6k. Would be ideal. Oh, I cocooned him. That's perfect. I forgot I can do that. I need to cocoon Harpies. That'd be great for me. That'll be absolutely beautiful. Also got to remove the stupid switch thing on the fungi cutter. Made no sense to add anyways. Yeah, that was weird. For sure. Saw a guy who got his alloy on 5th nucleus run. Yeah, some people get it crazy early. I know there was somebody in the chat the other day who got it on their 1st run. It's like, goodness sakes, man. Excuse me. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. It's so weird not spawning revs from Miners Hunters now. Very odd sensation, I must say. Quite odd indeed. Got it on 1800. Oh, yikes. Big yikes. They made DA lobbies 12 players max. Yeah, I saw that. They did a small patch yesterday. Max of 12 players, minimum of 5 players per Dark Auction lobby. Is pretty cool. So I'll make a short on that later today is the plan. Because I was going to make one last night, but yesterday's short is popping off. So I don't want to interrupt that, you know. So I'll put that up later today. But yeah, again, if y'all have been enjoying the stream, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. We are very, very close to 31,000 subscribers. And every single subscription is absolutely free and helps me out a ton. That is on YouTube. Subs are not free on Twitch. Just throwing that out there. But follows are free on Twitch. And we're close to 2,000 followers over there. So making some moves out here, ladies and gentle gamers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yoink. Is Odin mod bannable? The mod isn't, the client is. So the mod is okay. But if you use the client, then that has hacks in it. Good luck on Diana and everything you'll be doing. See you later. All right, have a good one, man. Appreciate you. Yoink. Oh. One bad thing about the gold shovel. It does sometimes ghost block, which is a little annoying. But yo, let's go, Dust. Thank you, bro. Let's go, let's go. But yeah, we've been getting a lot of updates over on Hytale as well, which is really nice to see. I think, what did they say the next update was going to be? They're doing another update where you can like make it so your helmet is not visible when you're outside of combat if you want to. Like that'll be a toggleable thing per world, which is nice. But with the Odin client, if you don't use the cheat part of it, then it's completely fine. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I still wouldn't recommend it. Yoink. Just use the mod SMH. Can you tell why the Hyperion price crashed in half? Because of Aura, man. She made them made scrolls and handles way more common. And so the supply was increased, and therefore the Like it was getting closer to the demand. So if the supply is more than the demand, then the price goes down. Pretty much. What kind do you use? I'm still on Badlion at the moment, but I have installed Lunar because they are updating the game to 1.21 soon, and Badlion runs really poorly on 1.21. So, also Badlion is getting discontinued, like from its own personal launcher. You can still launch it from Lunar. The Badlion launcher is getting discontinued on like March 1st or something. So I needed to download Lunar anyways. They already did update to 1.21. You can put your own mods, which is amazing. I mean, you don't have to play on 1.21, is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you can play on 1.21. If you're outside the foraging island, though, you can still use 1.8. Bam, bam. Yoink. Are you saying Lunar? You already did. Oh, yeah, got you. My bad. I'm trolling. We out here trolling. Communication is hard out here. Boom, boom. Mods on Lunar aren't the best. Thing is, you can import your mods now. That's the fancy part. You can add in mods from Modern and all this other stuff, which is helpful. So it's the right time to buy because it's going to rise soon, right? In theory, that is true. It'll be a little iffy if Paul gets elected next. You know, if we end up with 3-perk Paul as the next mayor, might be a little rough. So I would wait personally until this election booth opens in 11 hours and see if Paul's getting elected. Because if he's not getting elected, then it should definitely start to rise. Especially if Marina gets elected. Because people buy hypes whenever fishing is boosted, because hypes are very good for fishing. So, not a bad idea then. Is an Aatrox mayor? How you doing, Diana, right now? Because Diana is minister. Do you need Ember Relic or Ender Relic to do E-Man T4s with Burning Crimson? It depends on what stage of the game you're at, honestly. But most of the time, I would recommend it, yeah. It's just a very big step from Burning Crimson to that point. But yo, Emmy with the rate of 8. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Thank you. How was your stream? Let's go. Make sure to follow Emmy. Let me do that shout out, because I always forget. Didoots. Bang. Was great. How you doing? Doing pretty good. I'm still trying to get Aatrox to show up on my garden, so that part's a little bit rough. We are just passively grinding some Diana, checking in on garden every hour, hoping that he shows up so I can get that talisman. But other than that, we're out here chilling. What were you up to today? So you don't have hyper turn, but you're like level 270. What should you do for money? Ooh, it's a good question. I mean, generally hunting or farming or mining, depending on which one of those you've progressed. If you've progressed any of them, then that would be the ideal scenario. Boom, boom. Gotta love cocooning harpies. We're doing that a lot today. But yeah, I mean, it's just whatever your best money method has been so far. Dugans, as always. Let's go. Did some of my first M7s today. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, I finally finished the M7 grind while Aura was here. We were trying to get class average 50, and it took me like a year after doing my first M7 to get all those done. It was a grind, but we got there. We did make it. So it was a pretty epic experience for sure. Died 4 times a run. Yeah, it's rough starting out. It's very rough. At least the mobs don't have double HP anymore, though. You know, that is progress. I dropped another core. Yo, let's go, Jasmine. Very nice. Tried adding Sky Handy and crashes when I go to the garden, so I just used Modrinth. Fair enough. That is wacky. Wonder why. Any news why the Hypixel API setting feature is disabled? That's disabled? I didn't even know that. I have no clue. Talisman you get from Aatrox. When a mayor shows up on your garden for the first time, you should get the voter's badge off of them. And then as more mayors show up, eventually you can upgrade the voter's badge all the way to epic rarity. So it starts off as common and then eventually gets up to legend, or not legendary, epic. But yeah. Gotta go to school. Good luck with stream and drop some chimeras. I'll do my best. Have a good day at school. Thank you for the raid. Let's go. Let's go. What armor do you use to start Diana? Generally starting off, I mean, it depends on what tier you're trying to go to, honestly. It's just general combat progression, you know, like you can start off with Ender, and then you can go Strong Dragon, and then Shadow Assassin, and then Necron, and then Crimson. It's kind of the general gear progression there. But depending on what stage you're at is really what stage, like which tier Griffin you can do. So most of the time I wouldn't recommend getting into it, honestly, until you get Necron, really. Because it doesn't make a lot of money. Excuse me. Diana doesn't make a lot of money until you get up to Legendary tier Griffin. And you can't really handle that until you're doing a lot of damage. Oh my. We gotta focus up, boys. Time to focus up. Ah, crap. Knew that was gonna happen eventually. Dude, can you stop? Thank you. Yeah, that's why we don't crouch when we fight this bozo. Hit him with this, this, this. Oh, I don't have my pick W. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, I believe. Pop this. Man, no Frosty proc. Feels bad. Oh well. Next. Alright, finally reached level 400. GG, man. Let's go. Still over 200k XP from Emanate, and I've dropped 2 unmetered cores. Dang, dude. Very nice. Yo, GG Reflex. Let's go, let's go. I'll choose Term when getting his hits phase low with explosive arrows. We ruled it wasn't what enraged him. I mean, I could. But then I'd have to take a moment to swap Term into my hotbar instead of something else, you know? And then I probably get hit and he lowers my stats even more. So it's just safer when you're doing 1v1 to just do regular hits. Just walk in circles around them and do regulars. Bing, bing. No fatal tempo throwing, real and true. But it's expensive. You need an Ender Relic to do E-Man T4s. Did I not just read this? Am I tripping? Again, it's not like required, I would say, but depending on the stage of the game, it really depends. Did you get carried through Kudra? That's the question. If you got carried through Kudra, then probably. If you don't have a hype, then probably. If you have a hype, should be fine. But it's really just trial and error. It's not the same answer for everybody. You know? Like, you can try it and see if it goes well for you. Depending on your gear, it might, or it might not. If it doesn't go well, then yeah, probably should get an Ender Relic. Boom, boom. Let's do this. Well, we got the Frosty proc. No loot, though. Oh, well. Why are you doing solo Diana? Because it's better for bestiary. I don't have to go around worrying about loot sharing off of people. It's just better for my bestiary, and that's the only thing we're really worried about. Plus, all the mobs you spawn, you have your base drop rate instead of having loot share drop rate, which is like 5 times worse. So no downtiming on loot shares, honestly. Loot sharing is kind of downtime. Kind of downtime. Yoink. How exactly does sundial work? Mine isn't setting the assigned max speed when I break crops. I mean, you do /desk and then you check the sundial on the bottom left, and then yeah, you set it to the speed for each individual crop, and it should work. I mean, it's worked fine for me so far. Boom, boom. Legion buff is a thing. It is, but my armor for the I mean, I guess my Sorrow has the magic find on it, but the amount of time it takes, the downtime of waiting for people to come over to your mob before you kill it, just downtime, bro. It's just downtime. I am not about that downtime. Plus, I mean, Legion from 5 people is really not that much. Alright, we gotta swap. There's too many people here. It's too many. Want to do a T2 E-Man? What would be the minimum rec, like magic power, sword, damage? I mean, generally, I would say Reaper Mask, 3/4 Shadow Assassin. I would usually recommend like 500 magical power. I mean, you can do it before then, but generally 500 is a good number to be at. And then like the T2 Katana should be plenty. You might be doing less damage per hit than you would with like a Livid Dagger, but the Katana has the right click ability that gives you all the ferocity and stuff, so it makes it better. Do 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 do. Even those I can get like 600 burrows per hour in parties, but how many would you get if you weren't in the party? You know what I'm saying? How many would we be at if we weren't in the party? Plus, this way I get to read the chat and not have to worry about checking coordinates and stuff. Because usually I miss warps anyways. I miss waypoints because I'm reading the chat. A lot of times that does happen. Isn't Odin the mod that you can change item size? I don't know if it has that. Maybe that's in there. I know there is a mod that has that. Boom, boom. What do we got? Trash. Absolute trash. That's what we got. We get like 750. Exactly. Exactly. Boom, boom. What mod? I mean, I have it on Badline, but that's not really a client more than a mod. But Odin might be the one that has that. I mean, it's known for dungeon stuff, so maybe that's considered a dungeon thing. I know a lot of dungeon players are the ones that like it the most, so could be in there. But I don't know. Yo, let's go Kebab GG. I need that. I need that. Yoink. Alright, we're getting really weird spawn points here. That's for sure. That is for sure, for sure. But yeah, low-key, I wonder if I should go to a dark auction. How much are the dark purple dyes right now? Dang, they dropped like, I feel like that's like a 100 mil drop, isn't it? Goodness. Would Superior Dragon work instead of Shadow Assassin? I mean, the thing about Superior Dragon is for it to be good, you have to wear the whole set to get the full set bonus. And you really need a Reaper Mask to be able to survive. So, I mean, you can try it, but I don't think it would work as well. Like, it might work if you've got enough, like, magical power and defense from other sources and that sort of thing, but for the most part, I wouldn't recommend it. Where's the Inquisitors at, bro? This time last stream, I had spawned, like, who knows how many. Drop a brain food real quick. SMH. I need a little bit of loot today, man. These wardies aren't cheap. They're not cheap. Bing, 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 bing. Mod poll. Oh, snap. What's a good poll to have right now? What's a good poll? Decisions. Let's see. Alright, we're doing a Twitch poll real quick. Let's see. New poll. I'm thinking. Which update do you want next? Bang. Chapters. Lotus Atoll. What other updates are coming soon? Guardian Slayer we can't get till after Lotus Atoll. Year of the Witch. That one's supposed to be coming out. The Witch. What else? Wayside Lake. We'll throw that one in there. Bang. There you go. New poll has been created on Twitch. Yoink. Next. Button for use baits from bag is disabled. Yeah, I saw that was disabled. They've got a lot of little things that have been disabled recently. And I wonder if they're like testing stuff with 1.21 and those aren't working in 1.21 or something. I don't know. Seems a bit odd though. How much of a fortune increase is Rose Dragon over Mushroom Cow? Let's see. Just base Rose Dragon. I mean, again, mine's not max level is the problem, you know. So farming fortune is 876, and then with Mushroom Cow, it is 903. Yeah, so currently my Rose Dragon is actually worse. But again, mine's not max level, so can't really tell until he's level 200. To be honest. I don't think I think I have my tuning points on strength actually. But I'm not using forceful, so there's a lot more farming fortune buffs I could get for the Mushroom Cow, that's for sure. I maxed Rose Dragon completely. Is like 40 fortune better than Hedgehog for pests, which makes it a lot better than Mushroom Cow. I believe it. Yeah, I'd imagine it's, I mean, I guess it depends on your magic power probably for how much better it is, because Mushroom Cow keeps getting buffed. They're gonna have to keep an eye on that though, because every time they add magical power, Mushroom Cow gets buffed. They're gonna have to make sure Rose Dragon stays substantially better than it, or they just nerf Mushroom Cow to give less strength, or like a cap of a certain amount of strength from, or fortune from strength. First try. But yeah, I'd expect 1.21 updates will start coming out first, which also I didn't put in there the what is it, the custom perks from Aura, because that should be dropping soon too. How to spend 10 mil in early game. Generally starting off, it's a good idea to do like just invest in either hunting or farming, I would say. So either you throw that money at like better hunting gear, like getting a better lasso or a better net, things like that, or you start investing into farming. But generally very early on, I would say just go for the maxed out hunting stuff. Do you think Breach is this year? Oh, like the at the top of the mountaintop? I mean, you know, they've said they're doing a new type of combat system, so I wouldn't be shocked if that's what it is. I know a lot of people are thinking that's the case, so it would make sense. It would also be interesting if they do somehow bring Coliseum back, you know. That could be pretty cool. That could be pretty cool, but we'll see. I feel like they've kind of been building up to that more, honestly. Because we have had Breach there for a little bit, but Coliseum has just been rotting and like slowly having vines grow over it a lot more, you know? So I wouldn't be surprised. Imagine they give us like a community project, and as the community project is going, the Coliseum gets cleaner and cleaner until it's done, and then Coliseum gets an update. That'd be kind of lit. But yeah, Breach will 100% be a new thing. Like the expectation, I think, is that I think what they want to do with Breach, what would be really cool with Breach, is before they put it in before the Calamity, before Skyblock became, you know, in the sky, and it's just like all one big island, would be pretty cool, you know? So we have like Crimson Isle and Spider's Den and the End are all attached to the same island. Like it's just one big world that you can go and explore without having to leave anywhere. Would be kind of epic, I gotta say. And maybe they could do that without having too bad of lag on 1.21, but it would be very cool. I don't know if they can actually do it though. Just the overworld with a massive hole, exactly. Almost at 3,000 griffin feathers in sack. Goodness, man. Yeah, I sell every time my my sack fills up with ancient claws. I just sell all the feathers and all the fragments right then and there. Boom, boom. On 121 ping in England. Honestly, that's like the best ping I've heard of in Europe. I'm not gonna lie. Almost sub 100. That's kinda goated for EU ping. I'm not gonna lie. Boom, boom. Just let's see. Where are we going? Right here. My worry is I'm gonna get it and not really an increase, and actually ends up making less money because of the mushrooms from Mushroom Cow. Yeah, I mean the Mushroom Cow does get the extra mushrooms. That is true. That is true. And yeah, I would say honestly, like, they're very close. They really need to buff Rose Dragon. What would be great is they give it more bonus pest chance and just more farming fortune. So it's, you know, substantially better. I think at base it's supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be like 200 fortune better than Mushroom Cow or something like that. But yeah, I mean, again, that 100 of that 200 fortune is kind of cut off by the fact that you get the mushrooms, you know, so, or the mushrooms. So it's a little bit wacky. Do-do-do-do. What level are you? I am currently level 541. The grind is real out here. Dang it, we dropped a place. My title's no longer accurate. I'm sorry, I clickbaited. SMH. Yikes. So max including bill collection being the lowest, it's 330 farming fortune with green bandana. That's good, but Mushroom Cow is also insane. That is true. That is true. I'm kind of inclined to use brown bandana on Rose Track too, low key. Get that extra. I don't know, my pest chance is pretty good at the moment, to be fair. I already get like 4 or 5 pests while using Rose Dragon, and that's honestly a really good number. So having 4 exactly is kind of perfect. Kind of perfect. Doom, doom. Unlucky, Cloudy. Unlucky, man. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. I do want to do a hightail stream in the next couple days. Would be good. I've been learning how to speedrun it a little bit. I need to learn a little bit better, but it would be cool to do a hightail speedrun stream, I think. So we might try and do that in the next couple days. I do want to make a video about speedrunning hightail. Would be a cool video, I think. But yeah, try and have that video in the next couple days maybe, and make us do a stream about it. Boom, boom. Want to do best of both worlds and get a second Rose Dragon, one with green bandana, one with brown bandana? That would be a good option. That is true. Nearly 400 fortune at max? Okay, dang. Nice. Very nice. Come here, boy. Smokes. We've gotten a lot of cocoons today, and they've all been on harpies. So, if we can keep that energy going, that would be great. That would be absolutely beautiful. I wish, I mean, I could do like rare level Griffin and get this done a bit quicker, but I need the money too. Wardies ain't cheap, bro. They are not cheap. I need that energy right now. Yoink. How are we doing on harpies? Again, the goal for today is 5.6 or 2.6, I mean. So we still got 60 to go. I mean, how long until election ends? It's 4 days. So yeah, if we do those today, we get it down to 400 left today. Tomorrow we can do another 100. Day after that we do another 100. We should do another 100 every single day. Could cook. And maybe we speed run after I'm done with Diana's stuff. I do still gotta get Aatrox to show up though. I gotta finish Diana and get Aatrox to show up. It's 2 big things on my to-do list. Or before this election ends. So I don't know. We are kind of busy on SkyBlock right now. Once I run out of SkyBlock things to do, we'll go back to Hypixel, I think. But bro, the creator code has been cooking on Hypixel, man. So again, thank you to everybody for using the code on Hypixel. It's been going crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. So appreciate it. Oh, finally, first ink of the day, like an hour into stream. Feels good, man. For sure, for sure. Stay there. Pop this. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Frosty proc. Dang it. Garbage. Garbage. How far off of max XP? We got a ways to go. I think the max right now is like, let's see, I'm missing, I believe, 37 total XP. Something like that. So max should be like 541.40. I do believe. But most of that XP isn't actually obtainable at the moment, to be fair. I need mutation bestiaries. We gotta get Harper bestiary. I need wardies done, and I gotta get this voter badge. That's kind of all our to-do list right now. That is our grind for the day. Don't understand why there's so much speed on Roast Dragon. It's not like we have a perk that converts speed to farming fortune. That would be nice. That'd be kind of cool. Yo, it's good, Aura. How's it going, bro? What's up? What's up? I got 4 books in those 40 minutes, bruh. Man is cooking out here, and it just took me that long to spawn 1 ink. We are having a moment. I mean, I did spawn a king at least, animated warrior, but like, the heck, dude. Voter's badge just gives you +3 votes. All right, we'll take it. But yeah, 541 is the current like max level, but 541.40 is max XP. So I am currently technically max level, but not max XP. One-shotting Siamese lynxes drops nothing. That is how it goes. It drops you extra time to go kill something else. For real, for real. Me randomly chilling, excuse me, around number 4 Iron Man player while we're both doing Spider Slayer. Nice. Very nice. I wonder what he's doing Spider Slayer for. What would number 4 Iron Man player be going for right now? Going for red brick die? Perhaps. What are the dies this year? I don't even remember. Midnight Celeste and Iceberg. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Could go for Iceberg this year. It's an option. Probably won't though. Probably will not. What's your IGN? Oh, for pips. Do-do-do-do. Yoink. What in the world? Some people get some crazy IGNs out here, bro. Actually crazy. Actually crazy. Let me get a private lobby, please. Make it stay private this time. We do forging, then play the Iron Man I started before I got elected. Very nice, very nice. Good luck, sir. Okay, I could... Takes the lobby a moment to realize... Oh, wait. The mythological ritual is active. My fault. SMH. SMH my head. Make sure to stay hydrated, fellas. I got like 2 drops left in this bottle. My bag of empty water bottles is starting to get full. I'm gonna have to take it out soon. Gonna have to happen. 07s. Bro has 2 clover helms on Iron Man, bruh. Why do you need 2? Why? What world do you need 2 clover helms? One with renowned, one with ancient? Like, what the crud? That's crazy. One with legion, one with have tactics, bro. That's wild. That's actually so wild. There's levels of rich in this game that I will never reach. Straight up. I will never be rich enough for that. There's just no way. Ain't no way in this world. Boom, 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 boom. Lots of money out here, though. Equipment wardrobe is needed. It is very needed. Hopefully that'll be on the horizon this year. I expect they're waiting to update to 1.21 fully before they do that, though. Just so they can be sure nothing will break. Because that's when things break, is when it's compatible with 2 different versions. Because it's not really compatible. Or is it? Smoked. Suggestions for what to do for fun options in SkyBlock. I mean, I like Diana. I'm kind of a Diana simp. So, personally, this is my jam right here. But, I mean, fun is subjective, you know? It's just whatever you like. How much money to start on Diana? I mean, again, it depends on what tier you're gonna do. I would recommend at least Necron armor and like a Dayblade for legendary. So ever how much that costs. It's a bit of money. Probably like 100 mil or something. Dayblade's not bad, but Necron's pricey. Something like that. Yoink. I miss having my extra 50 magic find from Aura. That times. Oh, you needed hype? Oh, nah. Not anymore. People used to use hype, but you do not use hype anymore. The Diana mobs have 50% hype damage resistance, or just magic damage resistance in general. So using anything other than a Dayblade is garbage, plus Dayblade gives a ton of extra magic find against them, so. 5-star Legion 5 Necron, or 8-star Legion 5 Necron. Yeah, bro should be chilling. Should be chilling with that. Master Star is gonna help a lot. Tech and W. A lot of new players play on the new version, though. That is true. That is true. As they should. Yoink. Can't get the Mayor Bachelor's Rose? Yeah. That's the problem I'm having. I just have a random Bachelor's Rose now. For no reason. Feels good, mans. Dang, that's crazy of Eve. What the heck? You need to change your name to Pip on YouTube. Why do you change it back, SMH? My brain can't keep up with this. Max Beast here on mythological creatures. That's what I'm working on right now. That is the goal. We still gotta... We've maxed everything except for harpies. We still gotta get 455 of those. The goal for today is to get another 55. We're gonna try and do 100 kills a day for this week. Is the plan. And I also gotta get Aatrox to show up. So what we might do today is go for our harpies, and then after that, if we haven't gotten Aatrox to show up, then we'll just farm for a few hours to see if we can get him to pop in. Because I do need this to happen. And if we can get it to happen sooner rather than later, that would be ideal. But I don't know, maybe I'd just farm off stream. I've been doing a lot of farming off stream anyways. Oh, I've been going the wrong way this whole time. Lol. My bad. Getting custom minister perks soon. I know the same amount that everybody else does, man. They don't tell me stuff. I wish I had the insider info. If I did have the insider info, I wouldn't be able to tell you anyways. So, you know how it is. Hopefully for the end of February. That's what I'm hoping for. But I'm not expecting it too soon. I mean, they had, again, like, what, 27 unique ministers in the top 3? Which, granted, a couple of those don't actually play. So they've got about 25 custom perks to make, and that's going to take them a while. Took them a couple days just to make the 3 from the first election. Which actually, so they'll have around like 22, 23 custom perks to make something like that. But still, it took them a day or two to get all the perks made from the first election, so... And those were pretty buggy, so they're going to probably try and take longer on each perk. So I would expect take some, like, a day per perk or something like that, so... I would not be shocked if it's, you know, over a month until it happens. Depends on when they start working on it. What version is your texture pack? 1.8.9. When I swap to 1.21, I'm not going to use a pack until Hypixel comes out with their official textures and stuff. Oh yeah, that's true. Indoors perk was dropped. That is true. That is true. And then they've had Future and 30 and Techno Dad's perks all got dropped as well. We've had 4 out of like 23 total perks. Or no, 4 out of 25-ish total perks done. So they still got like 20 perks to do. And honestly, coding in Stay Aura, like Aura Stays perk shouldn't be difficult. So really they got about 20 to do. So I'd expect like within the next 3 weeks, hopefully they'll have it done. Just depends on if somebody's perks are trickier than others. It's really probably going to be a communication issue because a lot of people ask for a lot of stuff and they're probably going to be like, all right, that's going to take us too long to do, so you need to come up with something different. I expect that'll happen with a lot of people. 93 E-Man bosses, that's like 2-ish hours. Very nice, very nice. Profile is cursed. Been there, done that, dude. My old profile was pretty cursed. Honestly, if your first profile isn't cursed, then you're just a genius. Or, I don't know, that's pretty much the only option. You've watched a lot of content before you start playing, probably. That's like the only way that it doesn't end up cursed. Because generally, you know, first profile, you don't know what you're doing. At least starting out. And you end up with something disgusting. That's what happened for me, for sure, on my first profile. 1,500 hours and 2 bill net worth. Yep, that's that does meet the criteria. Okay, that's interesting. So whenever you cocoon a mob with the Griffin skin on, it doesn't actually give it the Griffin skin when it respawns. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yo, what's good, Senpai? How's it going, bro? What's up? What's up? Diddy. Diddy. But yeah, I've been been enjoying Hytale a lot, for sure. And I do plan to keep making content on Hytale and Hypixel, of course. I do need to get the video done from yesterday with Matcha Dai. I legit have months of footage to go through for that though, so that might take me a little bit. Not really in a hurry on that one. I do want to get a video on a Hytale speedrun. At some point would be nice. I completed my first run a couple days ago. It took me 1 hour and 41 minutes. Current world record is like 47 minutes. So I want to get at least... I mean, I would like a sub hour, but I think probably sub hour 15 is a little more reasonable. It really depends on RNG, honestly. It is a very RNG based run. So if you get good RNG, you can do pretty well. Fine, how about you? Doing pretty good, pretty good. I don't know how to change it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't either. I don't know if you change your account name or your YouTube channel name or what. Probably YouTube channel name. I don't know. It's a little wacky. Yoink. Sorry, supposed to be Pip. It's on Pip. Huh. That is strange. It's probably account then. I don't know. Weird. How's stream going? Pretty solid so far. Not really any drops, unfortunately. We haven't, literally not even a brain food. But we're still chilling. We're getting a lot of Harpy Beast here. I've already gotten like 40 today, which is pretty nice for an hour. That's honestly better than I thought we'd be getting, which we have cocooned a few of them. So cocooning being back is actually cooking very well for us. Very happy about that. Hopefully it continues to do so. Like, I've cocooned 2 Harpies and a Minos Champ so far. So if we can keep the majority of our cocoons to be used on Harpies, that would be ideal. For sure. Boom, boom. If I cocoon a cat, will it cocoon both cats or just one of the cats? I wonder. Got an Aatrox visitor yet? No, I need to check it up on him. In 15 minutes, we're going to check our garden and see if he's popped up yet. I suppose that's the best point of action. But also, we will have a couple time stock clone skill, which should give us actually a bit of XP, I think. Because, I don't know, we need 3. If we cocoon one of them, then it'll give us some. But if not, then 07s, ripperonis. Pretty much. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. I've been watching the Hobbit movies with my mom. She has watched them, like, this is her 3rd time trying to watch them. The first few times, she didn't like it or she fell asleep. That's what ended up happening. But this time, she's actually enjoying it, which is nice. I don't know what it is. I feel like that's happened for me, too, where I, like, watched a movie for the first time, I didn't like it, and then the second time, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. You know? Which, the Hobbit movies are so good. I showed her, like, a video of how they made, like, the visuals on The Hobbit without, like, CGI of just, like, having Gandalf look bigger than, like, everyone else in the movie. So that was cool to be able to show her that. I think that's kind of part of the reason she's enjoyed it more this time as well, is like looking at just like trying to figure out how they trick your brain into thinking that Gandalf is like twice the size of everyone else, because it is very cool to see. I think Atom Split and Fiery with 1,000 magic power is enough to get E-Man 9 efficiently. Oh yeah. Honestly, Atom Split with Final Destination would be plenty. So Atom Split plus Crimson, go Burr. For sure. How much do you use for Diana? Generally, Crown of Greed or Crown of Avarice if you're filthy rich. But Crown of Greed is very good. For sure. Nice. I guess it depends on your survivability, because Crown of Greed makes you take more damage, but you make more money. Get more magic find and more coins from burrows. So it really just depends. Really just depends a little bit. If you can handle the extra damage, then Crown of Greed, go Burr. Stay hydrated, fellas. Heard of the new Dark Auction update? I did, yes. I will make short on it later today. I was going to make one last night, but the short that I made yesterday afternoon was kind of cooking, and I didn't want to interrupt it. So we're gonna post one today and see how it does. Hopefully pretty well. I mean, it's a pretty W change that is kind of epic. So, looking forward to it. What's the point of Crown of Greed. I mean, Crown of Greed. Yoink. Doubled coins from burrows, 10 magic, final mythological mobs. Kind of epic. It's a little bit cool. I got to watch Wither Artifact go for 1 million. Bro, there's no way. There's no way. Somebody, how much? Somebody just made 80 million off of that? That's insane. That's insane. But let's go. They're finally making those easier to get. Goodness. Sold to an Iron Man. Dang, actually found a W lobby that wanted to let the Iron Man guy get it. That's huge. Rare W Dark Auction lobby. Alright, second. Bro, this is crazy, actually. This is our second King Minos of the day. Right? And I've only gotten one Inquisitor. Sir, can you hold still? Dude, stop. You're becoming a problem. Dude, get out of the tree. For goodness sakes. Alright. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Oh well. Is what it is. Next. I think I've only gotten, maybe I've gotten multiple inks today. I guess I've gotten 2 or 3. But like, I'm about on the same ink pace as King Minos pace right now. What the heck is happening? This is not right. This is not cool. Most of your Skyblock XP left at? Right now, the majority of it is technically from Voters Badge. Because that talisman goes all the way up to Epic. Which means it goes to Legendary with a Recom. Which makes it worth 16 Skyblock XP. So that would be the majority of my XP, but technically you can only get 3 out of that 16 XP right now. So, of XP that I could get right now today, most of it is from Bestiary. I've got 1 to get from Harpies here, which is what we're going for today. And then we've also got like another 9 or so, I think, to get from Time Stalk clones and Zombuddies on the greenhouse. So, in total, about 10 total XP from Bestiary that we could get today. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. From Official Wiki, the Dark Auction queues from richest to poorest. Yo. But I wonder. That's very interesting. I've worn Helm 7-star, Burning Crimson, no ult, no gems, and an Atom Split, no T7s. Can I do E-Man? This is mostly a joke. I mean, if you put Refrigerate on one piece of the Crimson, you probably could, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly. You would probably be able to. Why is it so hard to change your name on YouTube? That is so weird. But hey, let's go. He's got the Pip name now. Huge. Absolutely huge. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Smoked. Minotaur shards. Let's go. Also got another artifact for 38 mil last night. Bro. What the crud. Man is making songs. Holy cow. That is kind of crazy. How much are Spirit Masks going for now? Hold up. Spirit Mask. I mean, they're still pretty pricey. They're still up there. 300 mil is still a lot of money. But weren't they... How much were they before? Were they like 500 or something? Like, they had to be up there. It dropped by 140. Good grief. It was 440 mil or 450. Sheesh, man. That's kind of crazy. Dropped 140 mil in like 12 hours. That's insane. Goodness. But again, if y'all enjoying the stream, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, hit that follow for me. And you should also just check and see if you got a Twitch Prime sub available. Because that just basically gives you free ad-free viewing on somebody's stream of your choice. So it's pretty epic. How good is 425,000 damage Legendary Griffin? It's not ideal. Generally, I'd recommend for Legendary Griffin you be doing 1 million. Like, I mean, you can do it with that much. You're just not going to make a ton of money. Because it takes so long to kill anything. You know? But, I mean, it's doable. You can still make good money per hour off of it. The Eternal Diana grind, for real. I mean, if I was stuck doing one Skyblock grind for an eternity, though, low-key, this would probably be my favorite option. I won't lie. I won't lie. It's pretty epic. It makes bank and excuse me and it's fun, so it's a win-win, you know. To grind Diana and fishing till I die. Late game fishing, I could probably do a decent amount. The problem is when I do fishing, I do bestiary fishing, you know? So that's kind of annoying. I don't love bestiary fishing. Because bestiary fishing takes forever. But money fishing on Crimson Isle could go ham. Alright, finally we have another chance. Throw this down. Let's do this, 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 this. Sit still. Stay. Good boy. Alright. Now drop me a Chimera. Drop it. Drop it. Sending him to the pound. Wild to me. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Anyways, my strategy didn't work. Would it be better than 25,000 kills, half wisdom and half refrigerate 2 on Final Destination? I mean, in theory, you should be able to kill faster with Crimson, but it's just the question of whether you can survive or not. The Crimson will do more damage. Excuse me, will do more damage. But can you survive without the Final Destination? That is the question. Because, yeah, again, generally, I would recommend Ender Relic, which those are going to be a little cheaper now. How much are those going for? Ender Artifact is currently 222 mil, so still a lot of money. Still a lot of money. Relics, 260. Dang. Yeah, maybe wait a couple days on those. They should drop in price, though, over the next few days. Vampire Dentist Relic. Yeah, that's also a good one. That is true. That does also heal. Man, we're getting so many harpies, man. Nice. Less than 50 left to go. Kind of cooking today, fellas. We're kind of cooking. All right, we need to go check up on our greenhouse real quick. So let's finish this burrow chain, and then we'll go do that. Get it all the way to 10 out of 10. Boom, it's 9 out of 10, and finally 10 out of 10. Unlucky. All right, let's do this and this and this, and go garden and clean my glasses off. You have deposited 30k coins. Now I got 6 mil in the account. Nice, very nice, very nice. Bam, 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 bam. Did we just buy an Ender Artie? Is that what just happened? What did we purchase? Well, no Aatrox here. Feels bad, man. Maybe we can at least get a level out of it for our Rose Dragon. Maybe. Yes, sir. Rose Dragon level 123. Huge. Absolutely huge. Oh, that. I didn't think that would take from there. Crazy. Yo, nice quality. Cookage. I was kind of late, but I finally got the last 2 slots of greenhouse. Nice, very nice. Bing, bing. Let's clear these guys out too. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Alright, we should also have a little bit to claim from in here. In theory. Or does this is gonna age in a minute, right? 5 minutes. That might be downtime. Waiting 5 minutes for these might be considered a little bit of downtime. So let's come back. We'll come back shortly. Nothing. I'm broke. The end. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. How's my awardees doing? Speaking of broke. Got 4 of them. Heck yeah, dude. Good grief. These things are ridiculous. They're so ridiculous. It's gonna take me 10 years. Get that done. Oh well, at least we leveled up Rose Dragon 3 times already today. That's pretty cool. That part's cool at least. I'm not seeing enough movement though. Yoink. The harpies, they call to me. We need to slaughter more of them. That's what they're saying. For real, for real. They're asking for it, dude. Straight up. Yo, good Sam, how's it going, bro? Bam, bam. Yoink. What do we got? Dark purple dye. Come here, boy. Smoke him. Smoke him. 1, 2, 3, 4. No frosty proc. Cringe. How you doing? Pretty good so far. How's your day going, bro? Why can I actually solo kill Phoenix? This doesn't make sense. I mean, again, it's possible. It's just takes a while is the problem. Did-oot. Did-oot. Another harpy. Huge. We're actually making some pretty epic progress so far. See, this is the power of solo Diana grinding. Actually get a pretty decent amount of kills. Pretty good numbers out here. I get good armor for mid and early game. For combat, I mean, generally, you know, first set after Ender is like Strong Dragon or something like that, some kind of dragon gear. And after that, you go for Shadow Assassin. Usually. Be like the mid-game sets. And then Necron. From that point forward. Kind of the setup. I've almost full Young Dragon, but I need to get the combat level to equip it, I guess. Yeah, probably do, does it require combat level? I think it requires Kata level to use it in dungeons. But I don't think it requires a combat level. Maybe I'm tripping though. Yoink. Do. Man, we're so close to max, dude. So very, very close. We can go claim those time stocks here in a minute. If we cocoon one of them, that's at least 1 XP for today, which is better than no XP. So progress is progress. That may be our goal for today. Might be the meta. Low key. It does require level 16 combat. Interesting. Very interesting. What's the code used for? You can use my code at Hightail's checkout. So if you guys are planning on buying Hightail or upgrading the current version of Hightail that you have, make sure to use code 2BD at checkout. and it gives me a bit of a kickback, which is pretty helpful. I gotta say, it's actually crazy how many people have already used it and how much it is like actually doing financially. Like, it's kind of wild. It's been less than a week, or I guess it's been about a week since I got access to it. So seriously, thank you guys. It's been kind of crazy. Yo, chill. Chill. You, of course, I cocooned this bozo. Did you win the mayor election? I got 4th, so we did not get high enough ranking to get our own custom perk added. But that was the highest we made it to. We barely missed out on top 3. It was legit like less than 50 votes off of being top 3, so it was very close. Huge shout out to everybody that voted. It was very, very close, but almost did it. How do I get money in the greatest way except money? What? Huh? Other than like bazaar flipping, is that what we're saying? Boom. I mean, there's not like a set method, you know? Depends on what you can do. If you've got a farming setup, you should probably farm. If you've got a mining setup, you should probably mine, you know? Man, no loot. I mean, hunting's also very good early on. Except mining. Okay, gotcha. Boom. I mean, at the point you're at, probably farming or hunting, I would say, would be my recommendation. But Indora say something about perks being denied in YouTube chat. You know any more about that? No, his perks are done already, because Indora's perk was to Indora, so that was his custom perk. So they don't have to make his custom perk. That's what he was saying. Actually use Young Dragon until Necron and skip Shadow Assassin. I mean, it's an option, but like, that would be kind of late, I would say, on getting Juju, because there's no shot you're getting Juju with Young Dragon, you know? Bing, bing. Do. That would mean you're fully focusing dungeons, which, I mean, again, you can do that and get your F7 comp, I guess, and then get Necron. So yeah, that's an option. And skip Shadow Assassin, just go straight for Necron. That is an option. It's gonna be a lot of grinding though. Yo, Slothy with the T3 for 4 months. Can we get some W's in the chat? How you doing today, bro? Let's go. Doing great, thanks for asking. We haven't dropped anything at all today though. Like, my best drop today is a day stick. We're kind of down abysmal a little bit in the money department, but at least we're getting some bestiary, because we've gotten a lot of harpy kills today. We've already gotten like 50. Goal for each day this week is to get 100 is the plan. So we're making a dent. We are making a dent. Got off my Overflux and haven't gotten anything else since. Fair enough. But hey, Overflux does come in clutch. That is pretty clean, I must say. Yo, nice Cloudy. Leave out of dungeons, it requires combat level, but use dragon armor in dungeons, it requires cat level. Gotcha. That is interesting. So should I sell the young dragon and save up for full strong? Nah. I mean, strong is going to be the same, if not higher requirements. So, boom. Doo-doo. Chill. Come up here, bro. Or don't. For that, do this, please. Let me cook. Frosty proc. Let's go. Finally. Money. Holy cow. That took an hour and a half to drop our first chime of the day. That's honestly not that bad, but still. GG. Alright, Chimera numero uno. Dang, they are actually selling for money. Almost 40 mil. Almost going for 40 mil. That's nice. We have over 200 mil again. Huge. Actually huge. Question is, can we get back-to-back drop? That is the question. 600 hours of farming. Good grief, bro. Yeah, I understand being tired of farming after that. Goodness. Yeah, that's valid. I mean, you got, how's the mining setup coming along now? I guess you've probably done a lot of mining too, eh? That is fair, that is fair. Bam, bam. I mean, you could try out doing some Diana. Doesn't have to be legendary, you know? Could just do some rares, get some bestiaries unlocked in preparation for Dayblade. Or, I mean, if you go ahead and get Dayblade, of course, that's gonna be pretty nice too. 20 mil gemstone, 10 mil mythic powder at the moment. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you're chilling then. That should be plenty. Can make bank with that. That is enough to make bank. Have you, what Heart of the Mountain level you at right now? Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing. About 9 at the moment. Yo. Could push for 10. Could do it. How much damage per hit would you recommend for Mythic? Generally, I would recommend at least 2 mil. Would be my personal recommendation. Because if you're already, you know, doing like a mil damage on legendaries or so, then it's going to be very difficult to beat that. Like the money per hour you're going to make on Mythic, unless you're doing a lot of damage there as well. Because even, like, you know, if you're doing a mil and on legendary and you upgrade to Mythic and you're still doing a mil, it's taking you twice as long to kill mobs because they got like twice as much HP. And you're just going to make less money because you're going to spawn less inks. But if you are, you know, doing 2 mil damage, then you're still going to be able to spawn inks pretty quickly. Because you're killing everything fast and getting more spawns per hour. So generally 2 mil would be my recommendation. Bing, bing. Now I have 2.2 mil coins in the account. Forgot I don't have cookie. Oh man. Yikes, dude. Big yikes. Stay hydrated, fellas. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see, what can we do here? We've got a few options. Yeah, the video on finding the dragon is doing pretty good. It's doing pretty epic, I must admit. I do want to make a video on speedrunning, which, I mean, is going to be pretty similar to finding the dragon. To the finding the dragon video, but it'll be slightly different. I mean, I'm going to cover the early game and stuff a bit more. I didn't really cover that too well on the original video, but yeah, that video's got like 10k views, which is by far my best hightail video so far. Long form hightail video so far, so if we can keep that cooking, that would be pretty cool. Won't I be able to do Legendary Griffin Diana? It just depends, because it's hard to do Legendary Griffin Diana immediately, because a lot of your damage on Diana comes from bestiaries. So if you haven't done it before and you don't have any bestiaries, then it's going to be a little rough. So I would test your damage out and see how you're doing on those guys before immediately going up to legendary. Because I had damage recommendations. Like, generally my damage recommendation for each tier is that you be able to one tap the Minos Hunter on that tier. So for Common Griffin, you should be doing 4,000 damage. For Uncommon, 15,000. For Rare, 100,000. For Epic, 350,000. For Legendary, 1 million. And then for Mythic, I recommend going above and beyond and doing 2 million. Because those guys are tough cookies. Could do Epic easy, I think. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you start off on Epic, I would say. And then see how you do from there. And like get a couple bestiaries done, and then you can probably upgrade to Legendary pretty quickly. Because honestly, you know, early bestiary is very easy, of course. So you just get a couple early bestiaries, you know, get most of them leveled up to like, you know, 7 or something. then that'll boost your damage by a ton with Dayblade. Especially if you get fragged Dayblade, then it'll hook very much, but that's just a little bit expensive for getting fragged. Aura is gone. Aura is gone. It is currently Aatrox with Diana as Minister. We got 3 perk Aatrox with Diana with Mythological Ritual at the moment. Bam, bam. 50 mil to spend on gear at the moment. How much are golden fragments? I don't even know. Yoink. Okay, yeah, they're a little out of reach then. So yeah, I would say just do the base Dayblade to start with and just see how much damage you're doing with it. Because again, the base Dayblade is not going to be crazy until you get good bestiary on it. So I would just, you know, start off Common Griffin, see exactly how much damage you're doing with the Dayblade. And then eventually it should pass. Like, you know, just do 1 damage test and see how much you do with Dayblade. And then it should eventually pass whatever your main weapon is right now. Nice. But yeah, it probably won't pass it to start off if you've got like a Giant Sword or a Shadow Fury. But once it gets a good chunk of bestiary, it'll end up being better. Ban Diana for 2 months. For the last 2 months, there was Minister perk of Diana. I regret to inform you that I'm the one got elected 3 times. And, well, one of those 3 times I chose Diana's perk. One of those 3 times I didn't choose it because somebody else chose it, or I would have. So, I would have chosen Diana's perk 2 times out of the 3 times I was elected. Just throwing that out there. Throwing that out there. See, she was here for 2 months and I still haven't maxed the bestiary. That's where we're at right now. Kind of want Carnival and Diaz back. Yeah, Diaz back would be good for golden frag prices going down. For sure. That would be a big deal. Smoked. Smoked. We're about to get to a Bill combat, like overflow combat XP, which is just crazy, dude. That is some wild numbers right there, man. We've done a lot of combat in our day, I must say. Need to max Carnival stuff? Yeah, it's very nice perk, especially for Diana. Carnival do go ham. I'm curious, like, what other events they'll add in the future. You know? Because I don't expect, you know, they're not adding, like, Year of the Pig and that stuff to Carnival. At least not yet. It'd be cool if they did that, honestly. They added all that to Carnival. But the problem is, if you add too much to Carnival, then, you know, it takes a while to max it out. Which, I mean, wouldn't be the worst thing. Diana takes ages to max out. Having Carnival take a while to max out wouldn't be terrible, I feel like. Still have a reason to play the mini games every time she comes around for at least the first few times. Farmed for 4 hours yesterday during 4 perk Finnegan. More than halfway done with time stock bestiary. About 20 hours farmed on top of max Sodas, and guess what? Still don't have the Jerry seed, bro. Bro. I'm looking for Aatrox to show up now, man. That's where I'm at. Bro is not popping up. Okay, I do need to actually go grab some time stock bestiary though. That is true. So you've got over 50 time stock kills now? That's kind of wild. Man's out here. Man is out here. Sorry. Pardon me. Gimli, hello there. I swear that guy shows up every time. Madness. Alright, only one pest in here. Let's see. What do we have? We have this bozo. These guys. Let's just clear that out right away. I don't think we have any Zombuddies. We do have 2 time stock clones though. Not that one. This one. And then all the Zombuddies are gonna take a little bit. Should have 1 or 2 before the end of the day. Maybe if I can get these 3, the 8. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Maybe, but probably not. Anywho, we have this guy and this guy are both fully grown. So one. Oh. Oh, he's runic. He's runic, boys. It's not a good sign. He did not get cocooned. Feels bad. How about this guy? Come on, cocoon for me. Lame. Alright, well, that's 2 time star clones. Cool, cool, cool. Let's water these. If he'd have got cocooned, we would have had at least 1 bestiary level that we got today. But now, I have to wait for this guy. Which, I mean, 3 hours. I'll probably get my harpy kills done before that point. So, oh well. It's all good. Send us back. I actually have 64 time stock kills and max zombies. Good grief, man. I got a little catching up to do. Just a little bit. My zombies and time stock clones need a little work. I'll probably end up buying some more spotlights or stoplight pedals soon. I did get a bunch of these guys done yesterday. I think 3 charges done. So that was nice. Still making money on rosewater flasks. Feels good, man. All you gotta do is play the game well, or don't. You can actually just AFK and not even play the game. It's kind of what I've been doing as well. It was good, Maya. How's it going today? I need to get another Kime today, though. We dropped 1. 1 in Kime's pretty good. But I would like to make a little more money. You know what I'm saying? These stoplight pedals aren't free, to say the least. They do cost a little bit of coinage. Just a wee bit. Got the voter's badge now. It can't be recommed. Oh. Interesting. I wonder if you can recom when you get it to legendary. Or get it to epic, I mean. That's interesting. Very interesting. Yoink. Very, very interesting. Do. Don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so that counts for even less XP then. So if it maxes at epic, that's like 12 SkyBlock XP from that thing instead of 16. Very strange. Waiting for my brother to finish his basketball practice while watching a stream goes kind of hard. Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. Yeah, I hated having to go like to my brother's basketball and soccer practices and all that stuff. I mean, I would we had a Game Boy, so I'd play on the Game Boy. Or we eventually got a DS. But yeah, I was playing on those back in the day. That was the grind. Play Mario Kart on the Game Boy, bro. The graphics have been upgraded so much since back then, man. It's kind of crazy. Yo, what's good, replays? How's it going, bro? We are currently working towards maxing harpies. So I need a total of like 400 some kills. We're trying to get it down to exactly 400 kills today. And then tomorrow we're going to do another 100. And we're just going to do 100 every day until Diana leaves. And that should leave us with maxed out harpy bestiary. Is the plan. That is the goal. Alright, buddy. Alright. Nothing much. Finally got the bill bank for G-Drag yesterday. Yo, congratulations. Very nice. Very, very nice. Ooh, Dark Auction showing up, chat. Should I go see if we can get a dark purple dye? Might have to try it. Need you on Rivals. I got placed in gold 3. Oof. I think I also got placed in gold 3 though, didn't I? So we in the same boat. That was happening. Is that the shenanigans that's going down? I gotta get a hightail speedrun done tonight for a video. I'm gonna try and make a video about how hightail speedruns work. So I need some B-roll of me actually doing one. I didn't record the first one I did. And it wasn't a good run anyways, so. 141 is not a great PB. I gotta throw that out there. Just gotta throw that out there. By the end of the day, I climbed up to Diamond 3. Dang, dude. Will it even let us play? Can we even play in the same, like, party? If I'm stuck in gold? Gotta climb up the plat at least, don't I? I have a Smurf that's in gold? Okay, gotcha. Grind wasn't that bad, just have a bad habit of procrastinating a lot. Fair. I have a bad habit of spending money. So that's why getting a bill bank was hard for me. For sure. Yoink. Send it. Send it. But yeah, I need to check in on that how to find dragon guide, because it's kind of cooking. It is kind of cooking. I think it's at around 10k views now, which is the best a hightail video's done. Most of the other ones are at less than 1,000, so it's oh snap. I don't know if I did that in time. I did not, I don't think. I think I trolled. I forgot. Heck W. My bad. No dark auction for us. Unlucky, dude. Unlucky. Man is trolling. By issue, my Twitch account is gone. I forgot the password and the email. Bruh. Bruh. That's a little awkward. Rip all the channel points. Bro's not getting a profile review. SMH. Get him. Do this. Alright, I need a ferocity proc here, please. Right here. Well, we got it. No time, though. Unlucky. At least we got the Pharaoh proc. Make a new Twitch later. Got you, got you. Highest bidder with a bid of 100,000, bro. What the heck? That's crazy. There's really nothing on my profile besides dungeons. Yeah, I think I did review you once, didn't I? And bro got cyberbullied, I think. We might have pointed out some missing talismans here and there. Yeah, it hurt. My bad. My fault. LF class average 50. I mean, what? That was for a Midas sword? 100k for a Midas sword, bro. What? That's crazy. Got my first day of class today. Yo. Unlucky. We just gonna casually play rivals mid-class? Is that the strat? 30% skill XP wasn't from Aura though. That is true. That is true. At 12:45 is when it starts. Gotcha, gotcha. Fun times, dude. Yeah, I'll probably be eating. What am I gonna have for lunch today? That's the question. A lot of options, a lot of options. Come up with some decisions. Had a BLT from Jersey Mike's yesterday. I think that was like the first time I've ever eaten at Jersey Mike's. Pretty good. Pretty good. I like it better than Subway, I'm not gonna lie. Subway's BLTs, I don't know, something about Subway's bread. I just don't like Subway's bread. Jimmy John's is #1 sub place, 100%, but Jersey Mike's definitely beats Subway. In my book. I gotta throw that out. Just gotta throw it out. Yeah, Hab 4. Can you put another Hab 4 on it at a later date to make it 5? Yes. Yep, works just like a normal enchant. Supposed to be getting over a foot of snow this weekend. Oh, snap. We had some snow yesterday. It snowed for like 30 minutes. Or no, that was Sunday. It snowed on Sunday for like 30 minutes. And then it just stopped, and none of it stuck because it had been raining all day. Just decided that at the end of the rain it was going to snow for a minute. Pretty much. But there was snow falling from the sky. It just melted the second it touched the earth. Pretty much. Get him. There we go. Beautimus. Absolutely beautimus. What level is number 1? Let's take a look. Let's see. I gotta pull it up in the Discord. Botman/leaderboard. Leaderboard for SkyBlock levels. Let's see. Alright. First place right now. I think everyone's tied. Yep. Actually, no. There are 4 people tied for first with 541.24. So I'm 541.03. So those guys have 21 more XP than me right now. And they probably all have voter badge is the reason that they've got more XP than everyone beneath them, I imagine. But yeah, voter badge just got added last night when Aura left. And you have to get Aatrox to show up on your garden, and you can't give him a bachelor's rose, so you just gotta get lucky and have him show up. So some people have gotten pretty lucky and already had him show up, but a few people are out here struggling, like myself, for example. You see the Northern Lights yesterday? I did not. I do live in North Carolina. They have, like, we have been able to see them a few times before, but not very often. Were we supposed to be able to see him in North Carolina yesterday? Because that would be cool. Sad I missed it if that's the case. Beam, beam. Beam, beam. More harpies. How's Harpy looking? Alright, we need to get another 41. Not too shabby. Doable. It was very bright in the Netherlands. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. Not the case here, I imagine, then. I've only seen them like one time. They were very pink. I think I have a picture on my phone, which it was, excuse me. It was weird because it looked better on the picture on my phone than it did IRL. Oh. There's an alpha. Wait a minute. We for real? Yo. Oh my days. I have red name, guys. I can just skip the queue. Swappable pet items. Super scrubber and bug fixes. Oh my goodness. Hold up. Yo, Hutchins with the T3 member. Can we get some W's in the chat?
Yearned for the mines.
Thank you so much, man. Let's go, let's go. Hold up. Update right now. Let's go. At SkyBlock live updates. Alpha is open. Join stream. Boom, boom, boom. All right. But swappable pet items. That does sound good. Click here to read more. Bang. Open the link. Let's see. Here we go. Today we are opening alpha with the release candidate for SkyBlock 0.24.1. This patch mostly consists of bug fixes with one new feature, swappable pet items. Starting today, you can now freely replace your pet's held item without deleting the old item. Oh my goodness. I can sell my second Gregory. Dude. We can actually sell the second Gregory. That's insane. The cost of the swap process depends upon the rarity of the item being replaced. Okay, so it will cost me 500k every time I swap them out. Which is interesting. Yeah, pet items are going to get much cheaper, 100%. Added the Super Scrubber to Plumber Joe's shop for 25,000 coins. It can be used to retrieve a pet item from a pet without applying another. The swap cost still applies. Adjusted minus relic on Hephaestus relic to now only increase combat stats. Wait. Does that mean Minos relic doesn't affect Magic Find now? Dude, hold up. We're going to have to check that out. Because that would suck. So a lot of these items change now. Okay. Quick Claw is now a legendary item. Alright, alright. Brown Bandana is epic. Washed Up Souvenir is now epic instead of legendary. Patch contains many changes and bug fixes from over the holidays. View the full list below. Tool level requirement to overclockers. Okay. Sparrow and Seagull Shard recipes are in the recipe book and quick crafting. Okay. Add support for Bal in the boss spawn pet rule. Cool. So you can have a pet swap whenever Bal spawns. So I guess if you're in the lobby and someone spawns Bal, you'll know about it. That would be cool. Royal residents now have better names to avoid confusion. Okay, that's good. Jungle Pickaxe Heart of the Mountain requirements, level 4 now. Okay. Which, I mean, that makes sense. Because you shouldn't be able to use it until you can get into Crystal Hollows. Mushroom Desert Travel Pet rule is now gone. Okay, I mean, they're not separate islands, so that makes sense. Improve the Flaming Fist description. Yada, yada, yada. Fix Tarantula Broodfather having infinite health regen. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's go. That's huge. All right, yeah, let me put this in the chats. Yes, this is epic. Boom, boom. I'm watching patch notes, so I'm behind now. We're reading the patch notes right now. We're reading them right now. What's good, Deadeye? How's it going, bro? Let's see, what else? There's a lot of stuff in here, bro. Holy cow, that's a ton of bug fixes. Good grief. Fix consuming travel scrolls. I'm showing SkyBlock XP, blah, 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 blah. Alright, well, they're fixing Tarantula. That's a big deal for everybody, I do believe. Let's jump in here. Actually, let me do this, so then I can grab that whenever I need to. Back to hub. Let's see here, fellas. What do we have? So, Centauri. Boom. Featured update items. This is the Super Scrubber, can be used to remove pet items from your active pet. Okay, I need to check this. The main thing we need to see here. Oh my goodness. Dude. What are we doing? Please no. Hephaestus relic no longer increases magic find. Why? Why, dude? Is a double rod swap pet rule ever coming back? That's always been a thing. They never removed that. You just have to put an exception now. So you can have, when you throw a fishing pet, equip unless you have the slug pet already equipped. That's still a thing though. So I can have, do this unless we already have that pet equipped, and then turn this on. Boom. Oh. They disabled it. What the crud? Dude. Alright, well apparently they just removed that now. What the heck? That's interesting. Okay. That is very interesting. If you still have your old rules, you keep, but you can't add a new one. So this is on alpha, right? We're talking about this because I just did it on main server. They might change relics to be combat stats and magic finds like other stuff. No, on main. It is on. You can do it on main. You have to set up the rule exception first. You have to set up the exception. If you don't set up the exception first, then you can't make another one. So like if I were to delete this pet rule, right? And then delete this one, then yeah, I can create a fishing rod one, equip G-Drag, but I won't let me make a second one because it's already in use. If you go in here and add an exception for if Remedies is equipped, then you can make another one. So you have to have the exception added. If not, then it won't allow you to do it. I got a Reaper Mask level 75. Need a money-making method. I mean, again, hunting or farming would be my recommendation. But yeah, I got you, Phil. They changed Dark Auction to have less people. Yeah, that's not an alpha change. That changed last night. Yeah. But yeah, apparently when you throw a fishing rod right now, it breaks the game. Hold up. I need to get... Can I just not do anything? Am I just done? Like, they just like, nah, you can't play. What the heck? I can't, like... Okay, here we go. I need to get back to lobby 1 here. So... Where the admins at? Yo, here's A Punch. There's Matt. Boom, boom. Hold up. Not Soul Sour, lol. Check out what happens when I throw a fishing rod. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where is bro? Where'd he go? Hi. Keck W. That's a little bit wild. Keck W. Get good for real. I think it's pet rules or something. I don't know. The bait went into the sky. Oh, is it because of the bait? When I right click with the rod, it also kicked me? Interesting. Interesting. Looking into. Huge. Alright, we're finding bugs live on Alpha Chat. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. It's legit any vanilla interaction. Interesting. 1.8.9. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Everybody on 1.8's having issues. Huh. That is kind of goofy. I right-clicked the trapdoor and got kicked, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm like 655,000 damage away from being able to one-shot T-Force Fins. Are you using Rag Axe? Because that helps a lot. But what's on Alpha? We have the patch notes pinned right now at the top of the chat. You can now swap out pet rules. So if we go over here to Plumber Joe, we can grab a Super Scrubber, and you can now swap out pet rules. Or not pet rules. Swap out pet items. That's the main thing. So if we bring this guy over here and use Super Scrubber, we can now get our Hephaestus Remedies back. Boom. And then we can apply it. It does cost 500k, I think, every time you remove it, though. So it's going to cost you to still change stuff out. Not really using Rag Axe. I always forget that it exists, though. Yeah, it definitely helps a lot. I think Res makes money. Get gold and zombie and the mini bosses in the black hole, and you make a few mil profit. Nice, nice. That's what I get for punching him. You can't punch him. You can't punch him. Heck W. Back to hub 1. Yoink. Alright, well, there's some cool stuff in here. For sure. The problem is, I don't like the relic change. The biggest thing, the relic now increases combat stats. So it no longer counts for magic find, which kind of sucks. Yeah, prices for Relic will drop right now on main server. Hopefully this doesn't get pushed to main though, because I like it personally. I'd rather, if they were gonna change it, just make it only apply to Magic Find, because anyone that uses Relic uses it for the Magic Find. Straight up. Except for, I guess, Skaith. I think that's the reason they did this, is because people were using it for Skaitha. So they probably just wanted to get rid of it from the people who used it for Skaitha, but they also didn't want them to lose, you know, 600 million coin item. So, or ever how many coins it's worth. 55 no wool, over 210 no loot share wool, SMH. Text Steve, Dragonfly, Firefly, and Praying Mantis give their respective shards or just pest shards. Let's actually read more patch notes, because there's a lot of bugs in here that got fixed, and I kind of want to read it into them and write down things. All right, chat, we're gonna make our script right now. Do. Let's see. Sorry, I have to check something real quick. Boom, boom. Okay, patch notes. Let's write down things that matter for this. Bang. Things that matter for this update. Pet swap alpha. Let's just do that. Alright, so first off, pet swapping. Minus relic nerf. What else? I'll have a lot to go over with that. Or pet item swapping, sorry. And then minus relic nerf is annoying. What's the new item? What was it called? The scrubber thing? Yeah, super scrubber. Super scrubber. There we go. Okay. Another Shellwise one tap been removed too. Oh, they were one tap. There was a way to one tap Shellwise. Interesting. Okay, so what are some things that actually are pretty important here? All 10 hop to change pet like description to be more clear. Jungle pick. I'll put jungle pick. Pickaxe requirement change. So you need a higher requirement for that. Pets now have 2 stamina bars when lassoing since kill credit is granted. Interesting. Let's see. Open power scrolls like books and write in them. Bro, that was a thing. That's so goofy. Fix builder's wand being able to place blocks over minions. Oh, that's interesting. Enchanted shears not working while offline. Oh, can you put those in like sheep or something? Like a sheep minion? That's weird. Experience artifact not giving extra experience from XP ores. Fix gauntlet of contagion giving more drops than intended. Fix gauntlet again. Okay, so gauntlet. So they're saying they fixed it again. We'll see if that's true. Jerry helmet being craftable outside of the Honk and Seek Adventure event. Fix sorrow armor giving permanent invisibility in some cases. Okay. Fix Tarantula Silk, showing it needs Spider Slayer 2 instead of Selvit. Wait, what? What is this? Fix some pests not giving shards could refer to the new pests. Okay, let me check that. Let's go garden. Where's my lasso? Here we go. Boom, boom. Actually, I think it's in here. Lasso. Alright, I should have... Yeah, we have some traps. Let's see. So, Praying Mantis. Here we go. 1, 2. 2 pest shards. So yeah, it just gives pest shards still. But they do give shards. Dun dun dun. Presume it's gonna be the same for the other two. I don't know if I have any of them in here. We got Firefly. Freeze. 1, 2. Pest shards as well, yep. So it's all pest shards. I wish they would change that, but yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, let me throw that in there. Can now catch the new pests with a lasso. Cool. Can now, we'll just say it can now hunt the new pests. Fixed auto armor and auto no mobs, sometimes spawning impossible blocks. Bro, what? Nani? Stack ferocity by attacking other players. Oh, what? You could do that? Apparently, if Fatal Tempo was bugged. Fatal Tempo no longer procs when hitting other players. That's so strange. Interesting. Very interesting. Fix bonuses that increase Vanquisher spawn chance, sometimes reducing the chance for it to spawn. Okay. Vanquisher boost. Vanquisher spawn rate boosts used to give negative chances. They now work correctly. Okay. Cocoon spawning Slayer balls on the player. I feel like that wasn't that big of a deal. These Empyrean Harpy intelligence debuffs not resetting after dying. Oh. That's goofy. I didn't know it did that. Ferocity on Shellwise is used for the one tab. Okay, got you. Fixed Ferocity procs damaging Shellwise. Fixed Pharaoh. Ferocity working on Shellwise. Okay. Fixed fishing rods, unable to damage spooky mobs. Okay. Fixed knockback resistance not being properly removed in some places, such as when unequipping the slime hat. Interesting. So slime hat strat was still a thing. Okay. Fixed tarantula slayer infinitely regenerating HP. Very nice. Lifeline got nerfed, apparently. Lifeline nerfed. Apparently, Lifeline was dealing more damage than it was supposed to. So Lifeline has been nerfed. So that's probably a big deal for Kudra players, which is interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. So there's Fire Fix being able to use the Moonflower and other Moonflower variants. The Composter. Fix certain crop hose unlocking at wrong garden levels. Okay, that's good. Fixed crop tools unlocking at incorrect garden levels. Okay, that's a good one. Fix the pest thing. We already wrote that down. Fixed Vargil showing up as a garden visitor when the Great Spook is inactive. Fixed Wormbait sending unusable message for every slot it's in. Interesting. Azure Fish having the combat category. Black Hole and Lasso not granting loot and bestiary credit in certain cases. Okay. Black Hole and Lasso kills now drop loot and count for bestiary. That's huge. That's huge. Fix chopping logs will sweep one, not giving any XP. Fix fighting boosters. Forest training perk. Shellwise giving less shards to loot sharers. Okay, cool. Shellwise loot share buff. Okay, cool. What else we got? Auto armor and auto null is the rift mobs in the glacial cave. Okay, got you. Fix an issue with Fillet of Fortune resetting when switching servers. That's a big one. Fillet of Fortune no longer resets when swapping servers or lobbies. We'll just go with lobbies. Makes same difference. Anyways, titanium equipment have an incorrect item IDs. Okay. Fix snail pets speed reduction not working correctly in the spider's den. Why would anyone, I guess, use it for gravel? Interesting. Oh, they fixed the click to claim chat message for mob types. That's good. Attribute shards and bestiary saying shard twice. You could feed the packmaster. That's so goofy. Interesting. Add more than 10 hot potato books to shimmer sparkle chest plate if you close the hex menu before maxing it out. What? That's goofy. Fix some things being unable to craft. Fix being unable to reset do not disturb status for some NPC contacts. Nice, Harley. You're able to feed the Sven Packmaster. Yeah, I don't know who figured that out or how, but yeah, apparently that's a thing. Very interesting. Fix enchantment guide displaying unobtainable level 3 and 4 versions of Counter-Strike enchantment. What? Alright. Okay, a lot of enchantment guide stuff. Some minions with enchanted hoppers. We're still using the old sell price. Okay. Enchanted hopper wasn't working sometimes. This has been fixed. Alright. Fix the max teleport height for wither impact in the hub. Okay. Interesting. Fix the trivia quiz puzzle not showing the username of the person that failed it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Some people are going to get in trouble now. Alright. Alright, that seems to be everything then. Cool. Very cool, very cool. Oh, there's a problem joining SkyBlock. Rude. Oh, did they kick everyone out? What incarnation? Oh, they're doing a game update. Oh, they're fixing not being able to play. I got you. Alright, cool. Dropped 8 tentacle and 2 fatal tempo in a row in 40 runs. Dang, bro. Or in 40 minutes. Either way, cool. Bro's cooking. That's interesting to know. Yeah. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to make a video on this, and all of our other plans for the day are out the window, pretty much. 07s. I'll still grind some here in a bit, probably. But I'm going to have to take a break to get that video edited. We got to wait until they let everybody else back in, which probably... Was there anything on Galatia? I mean, I guess I need to swap version. I don't know. I should tell him about it, probably. Yeah, let's tell him about it, chat. Let's see. What do y'all think he says? Let's see. What was the lifeline thing? Here we go. Here we go. All right. Where's? Let me find Future. Here he is. 07s. It's Jover, boys. The Kudra strats are Jover. All right, we can get in now. Maybe. Alright, so new SkyBlock. Okay, cool. We're in! Yay! Yeah, I can swap to 1.21 and come back. Which I should do. For... Yeah, I should do that for the video. Anyways, I'm going to swap to 1.21 and go record a video. on the alpha. So if you guys have enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I will have the video out for all the alpha changes here in a little bit. We just went over them in the stream if you want to rewind and check out the patch notes, but I'm going to kind of show how everything works in the video. But thank you so much for watching. We're going to go raid somebody on Twitch, so if you're on YouTube, make sure to check out the Twitch. There's a link in the description. And again, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you guys for using code 2BD at the Hightail checkout. It has been crazy, the support that we've been getting over there, so appreciate it, boys. And yeah, I should be live tomorrow, so I will see you guys then. I'm gonna have to do some off-camera grinding today to catch up on our Harpy kills, but or maybe we'll just grind some extra tomorrow to make up for it. But anyways, I'll see y'all later. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless.